here we are. Fair use, by the way, but here we are again. We're going to address Amanda Seales on this channel. And anybody has paid attention, Amanda Seales, she had the interview with Shannon Sharpe on his Club Shay Shay podcast. And Amanda Seales had some choice words for Issa Rae. Now, Issa Rae, for all your complaints about Amanda Seales, which I understand, because trust me, I've already addressed Amanda Seales, but Issa Rae, she's part of the establishment. No ifs and buts about that. She is definitely a part of the what you call it, the boule. I don't know what you call it, but she's definitely a, people want to call me a Uncle Tom or sellout, but really, when you talk about people like Issa Rae, Kevin Hart, Oprah, right? These people, like those black people, I do not trust at all. And I'm just saying, just their actions. I look at the roles that they get, the unlimited support they seem to receive, but they tend to perpetrate that they're for the people when they're not. Issa Rae is one of those people. So you're going to see Issa Rae here. She's going to address Amanda Seales' accusations on her. Now, I know Amanda Seales, she falls out with everybody. That's somebody that can't really be trusted either. But I have a little bit of sympathy for Amanda Seales. I kind of know I know what person she is. I kind of have her figured out. But here we're going to have Issa Rae address Amanda Seales on The Breakfast Club. Let's just see what she has to say. So right here, this is going to be a live reaction. I have not seen this video yet. Fair use. Again, by the way, fair use.
But last night, she also addressed the Amanda Seales stuff, which I have never heard Issa publicly speak about. Mm-hmm. So I want us to take a listen. The first thing they got into.
Oh, so she wasn't on The Breakfast Club. So they're just addressing it on The Breakfast Club. I guess Issa Rae was talking somewhere else and they picked it up. Fair use again.
Was just in general people that Issa would not work with again.
One person that I would never work with again. I mean, anybody who's on the podcast, touch them up,
in that clip, she says people have gotten on podcasts and talked about me, right? So the crowd goes crazy because the last person that we've seen get on a podcast and talk about Issa Rae in a way was Amanda Seales. Now, let's take a listen to the clip of Amanda Seales on Shannon Sharpe's show talking about Issa Rae.
So I've never talked about this publicly because it has always been incredibly important to me to protect Issa, because I know that Issa is doing something within this business that so few people get to do. However, there's just been enough instances at this point where I should have been protected by Issa and I wasn't. And now it's at a point where my protecting of Issa has become turned on to me and something that people are using against me. There's a whole narrative that is completely false that people keep spinning. They keep saying, that I'm this mean girl on this set, that I harmed these people on this set. I just want to point out something very basic. How can I be a mean girl on a set that ain't my set?
Now, people did take that whole whatever happened on that Insecure set, and they did turn it on Amanda Seales. And I think a big part of that is because a lot of people feel like in that situation, Amanda had to be the problem because you don't hear a lot of people speak ill of Issa. And also there weren't too many other issues that came off of that set. And it's right. Amanda Seales has the right to defend herself and say that is not true. But then she goes on to say some other things and talk about the Emmys party, which has always been an issue where Amanda Seales got kicked out of a Black Emmys party. And it was low key felt like she was throwing it and saying it was Issa's fault because Issa's publicist was at the hem of this. So Issa Rae also addressed this. Let's take a listen to Issa Rae addressing this.
What's crazy about that whole Emmy thing is I wasn't even there. I was in New York and I found out the next morning like everybody else.
Did you or did you not? She used the word force. She used the word force. I have watched it. I think that.
I wanted two adults to, have a conversation and mend a relationship. Two adults who didn't like each other, and it didn't work out, and we got back to work.
And in that conversation, so they go from the Emmys party, but they also are talking about the phone call that Issa called Amanda Seales and said, hey, I think you should get on the phone with my publicist. Y'all need to work this out. And this was after the Emmys party. Now let's take a listen to Amanda Seales explaining how she felt the phone call went.
So
Damn, this is very long. So I'm apologies. Like I said, this is a live thing. This is live.
The call. Hi, Amanda. This is Vanessa. I just want you to know that, so none of this has anything to do with Issa. That's the first thing she says. None of this has anything to do with Issa. So I just want you to know that, but I do want you to understand that it was me who kicked you out the party. Okay. So I just want you to know that the reason I kicked you out the party is because I don't like you. Okay. Well, that's all I need to know. There's nothing else for us to talk about. And I hang up. She calls me back immediately. Why do you hang up? I said, because there's nothing else for us to talk about. She says, don't you want to know why I don't like you? No, I don't, because it's none of my business. I've never done anything to you. And for you to put me in harm's way off of literally nothing means that I don't need to talk to you about why you don't like me. You need to talk to your therapist about why you don't like me. And I hung up the phone.
So Amanda feels like in that situation, Issa should have stepped in a bit more and been like, we all got to work together. We all here. It's my publicist. You're basically my employee on set. I got to make this right. And from what it sounds like Issa is saying on the stage for the first time publicly is, y'all are two grown women. I wanted y'all to figure that out. I did my duty by putting y'all on the phone. I thought that you guys would figure it out from there. And at least we will be able to move forward to be cordial enough to whatever. And she said she wasn't even at the party. So she had nothing to do with her being thrown out of that party. But last night, she also addressed the Amanda.
Okay, that's the end of it. Oh my God. This could have easily been summed up. Oh my God, they dragged the ish out of that. Okay, so my reaction to this is this, man. All right. Let's address Amanda Seales, though, right? Do anybody know this character? Does anybody watch The Outlaws on on Amazon Prime? This is gonna be Amanda Seales in the future. This is gonna be Amanda Seales. I don't want to get into depth of the character, but Myrna on The Outlaws, played by Claire Perkins, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Claire Perkins. Myrna, right? The character on The Outlaws, she is like the ultimate, SJW, social justice warrior. So much so, like, she carries it up until even her 60s or 50s, and she never lets go of the indoctrination that she swears on. So this is what happens to most of these, feminazis when they grow up. They just kind of grow up like Myrna, right, from The Outlaws. So that's basically Amanda Seales' future right there. So, and with Myrna, she can never really, people don't associate her with happiness. They're always like, wow, you always you're never really happy because you're always fighting for something or a cause, but you're not really fulfilled. And really, when you look at Myrna, this is a woman that clearly should have settled down and had like a husband or somebody to take care of her, but she never did so because of her indoctrination. So that's why I actually feel sympathy for an Amanda Seales, because Amanda Seales, that's her future. That's her future. And Amanda Seales should have been married like yesterday. Like, she should have been married, but she wants to continue being that. She wants to be Myrna. That's what she wants to be. All right. So it is what it is with her. Now, when it comes to Issa Rae, I'll say this. Do not be shocked in the future. Let me see. Let me pull her up. Do not be shocked if in the future she gets caught up in like some crazy scandal and people start coming out against her, say, oh, she did this to me and she did that. I don't know. Issa Rae, I have a bad feeling about her. I don't know what it is, but we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see about Issa Rae. I don't know. She gives me heavy Boulay vibes. You know what I mean when I say that? She gives me heavy Boulay vibes, but that's just my opinion on her. I don't think Issa Rae is to be trusted. The people that she's collaborated with, the people that she's connected to, I'll let you guys do that research, but I will say, yeah, I'll just conclude it with this. With Issa Rae, do not be shocked in the future you see like something crazy about her.